Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fresh Friday. My name is Chef Teejay. We've been doing a lot of hot meals lately, so this week we thought we might do something a little bit more casual, a little bit more cool, no pun intended. So this will be my take on a very simple salad. It's something that I think every good cook or chef should have in their wheelhouse when you're not quite feeling up to it, but you want to throw something up, maybe brighten up a meal, or even just zhuzh something up to create a little bit of magic. So without further ado, let's cook. This week we've got some beautiful lettuce, we have cucumbers as well, some peppers, carrots, tomatoes and onions for our salad, and then we've also got some lemons, some garlic, we're going to use the olive oil and some sugar for our dressing. So the first thing we're going to do here, guys, is just get our lettuce ready. Okay, so we just need a couple of leaves off here. It's alright if they break up a little bit. What we're going to then do is just cover them with some water. Now that water will help the lettuce leaf crisp up, and that'll make sure that we have a nice crispy, fresh sounding and tasting salad. You all know what I mean with the The next thing we'll do here is just get our cucumber ready. Alright, so we're just going to cut that in half and cut off one of the ends. Now I'd imagine that nobody wants to have plastic in their salad, so always just make sure you've gotten rid of that. Right, and what we're going to do here, so just with a fork, okay, you can do this either way, it's all the same. We're just going to score. Alright, just score, come like that. Now what this does is that when we then add our seasoning and our salad dressing, it helps the cucumber absorb all of that flavor. Okay, and ultimately we end up with a beautifully flavorful salad. Alright, just go off like that. And then here, so cut an angle about 45 degrees. And you want your slices to be about 1/2 centimeter thick, give or take. Now again, just because this is something that we're throwing together, it doesn't have to be exact. We're not trying to win any awards. Okay. Beautiful. So that's our cucumber done there. We're going to jump straight into our peppers as well. So we'll just top and tail. So we did this before when we were doing our mango pickle. Alright, so if you haven't seen that, we can check that out. We'll get rid of these. Give my knife a little wipe. Then we just want some beautiful matchsticks here. Okay. Again, these don't have to be even, so don't worry too much if they're not exactly the same. So we've got our peppers and our cucumbers done there, guys. The next thing we're going to jump into here are our tomatoes. So we're just going to top and tail those. So top and tail is the term for cutting the top and the middle square off. And then we're just going to cut those firstly in quarters like that, then just turn them over, and then we get 1/8 from our tomatoes. It won't try to run away from me, but it won't get away. So we do that, and then just same thing with the second one. So the top, the tail into the side there. Alright, so I'm just going to get rid of these first. And now I've got some lovely baby red onions. Okay, which I'm also just going to top and tail here. You're welcome to use shallots or just regular brown onions. I just like the baby ones because they give us a little bit of a better shape. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is just slice as thinly as you can. I think I've touched on the idea that onions raw, especially raw onions, can be very, very pungent. So it's important that when someone is biting into these, yes, you want all of that flavor to come through. So I'll just show you these really, really nice and thin little slithers that when we then mix into our salad, you just get little bursts of that freshness from the onion. So now to make our little vinaigrette or dressing, I'm just going to use two. So I've got two small lemons here. Now you're more than welcome to use vinegar, but I prefer to use lemon as my acid just because it gives a little bit of depth of flavor, often more so than any sort of the white or brown vinegars or even apple cider vinegars that you get from the supermarket. So I'm just going to juice these, and then once I've done that, we'll add some oil, garlic, salt, and sugar, and we're good to go. Okay guys, so we've got all of our prep done here. This is our lettuce that's been soaking. Now you can see just how much that has crisped up and trimmed up a little bit. So all I'm going to do here is stack the leaves one on top of each other. Okay. I'm going to roll them. Just a very rough chop here. We'll get that all back in there. This is really the fun bit for me because it's where all of the magic happens. So next in, we'll go our cucumbers, our tomatoes, peppers, our onions. Now if you're not serving the salad immediately, you leave it dry as it is for now, and you can then dress it later. But seeing as we're just going to go for it, we're going to put it all together. Now this is just some chicken that I prepared beforehand. The beauty of this recipe is that it's really versatile. So you can add a whole bunch of things as and when you'd like. You can add nuts, you can add different types of meat, you can add even more veg than what we've done already. You can add cheeses, it's entirely up to you. But today we want to go for a bit of chicken. So we're just going to do that. Alright, and then just with my fork, give it a little bit of a turn. Just like this way. And then I'm just going to give my dressing another whisk. Now the reason that I say that only dress the salad when you're ready to serve is that the acid and the salt and sugar actually in the dressing will then start to wilt the lettuce. Okay, and everything will sort of start to break down and soften a little bit, and nobody wants a soggy salad. So only do this when you're ready to then eat. I'm upset. The city still expected boy to lose. That should've come with me in 1992. I'll keep on dropping hits till I turn 92. Keep it 100 till I turn 100. I'm upset. The city still expected. And then I'm just gonna garnish with some parsley. So the parsley, much like the lettuce, I just had soaking in some cold water. Right, and that will just help firm it up again. I get beats from Portland, everything sounding important. Area linked with Portland, he on the beat I'm recording. Who wrote the Martians? I'm a star, of course I'm important. 51 like McLaren, fuel is Gordon's. I like girls who only party when they on a gin. I love gin and whiskey, I don't know where to begin.